Hey, what's going on guys? Kyle here, and today in this video we're going to be going over some of the many skins in Krunker that are lost forever. And what I mean by this is there's been a lot of accounts that have been banned due to breaking terms of service, and they had pretty big inventories. So in this video I'm going to be taking a look at some of the inventories and seeing what type of skins that we lost and that will probably never ever be retrieved again. But before I get into that, make sure to leave a like and a comment if you end up enjoying the video, and also subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And if you're going to buy care in the Krunker shop, make sure to use code CAL to directly support me. But with all that aside, let's get right into the video. So one thing I will mention is that I did DM Sydney asking about this, and he told me that skins that are locked will most likely never be retrieved because the accounts were locked for breaking terms of service, duping, scamming, just getting these skins in illegitimate ways. So basically there's not too much of a reason to bring them back in circulation. And also, whenever I say locked, there is a difference between being hacker tagged and getting your account locked. Whenever you're hacker tagged, you can still log in, but your account is limited. You only do like 10% of the damage. Your guns make fart noises and you can't trade or use the market. But whenever your account gets locked, you can't even access the account at all. You are literally banned from the game and you have to create a new account to play again. And hacker tag is mostly reserved for hackers. Getting locked is like almost 1,000 times worse because you can't even log into your account at all. But with all that being said, let's go into our first person here, who I have actually talked about in a previous video before, the duping video. If you guys have not watched that, make sure to go check it out. But we're going to be going over quotation mark, quotation mark, quotation mark. And this guy was, according to himself, the OG duper, the person who accidentally discovered duping, spread it, and abused it the most. And he abused it so much where he gained enough wealth to buy the first Frostbite on the market, the 1 million KR1 listed by Mitch. However, shortly after he bought the Frostbite and gained all that wealth, he actually was snitched on, and because of this, Sydney locked his inventory. I went over this in the last video, but I'll go over it again. Basically, whenever Sydney locked his inventory, he said that he would have unlocked it, but he would just remove the items and stuff, but that never happened because I'm guessing this guy was just way too rich from abusing the duping and all the glitches that he found. I do have a screenshot of his inventory shortly before it was locked, and it looks like he's got, a Frostbites, a bunch of Contras. These were basically the only Contras out at the time because, again, it was season 1 of Krunker. Crap ton of relics. I mean, look at all those plasma guns and look at all those wings. All that stuff is lost forever. It will never be recovered. And another question you guys might have is, whenever skins are locked, do they get removed from the circulation? Does the unit count go down? And I did ask Sydney that, and the answer is no. So even though the unit count says there are 21 Frostbites, this basically only means there are 20 because one is locked in quotation mark, quotation mark, quotation marks inventory and will most likely never be recovered. Although I'm not gonna lie, I think there are some content creators out there who do deserve a Frostbite, and Sydney has given a lot of them out. So if Sydney would retrieve this Frostbite to give to a content creator, I don't think anybody would be complaining. It would definitely be more useful than just sitting and rotting in this guy's lost inventory forever. However, moving on to probably the second biggest locked inventory, and that belongs to a user who goes by the name of Hangy. You guys might also know him by the name of Biggie. That was the name that he used in Discord. And I do not have a screenshot of Hangy's inventory, but apparently, according to his close friends and accomplices, he had 4 Jagdfaust, 6 Corollars, 30 plus rainbows, and a bunch of interventions and tons of relics, legendaries, and contras. And the reason he got this rich was apparently he market botted, buying up a bunch of cheap items and then reselling them through a pretty much automated system, I'm pretty sure. Super effective, and he got rich in almost no time. I'm not sure if he duped or not, but apparently he actually got banned for selling KR, which is pretty ironic because if he's doing all this complex stuff like botting, duping, whatever, I'm not sure exactly what he did, but he certainly was not legit. And he gets caught for something as small as selling KR because apparently his buyer snitched on him. That's definitely some El Capone way to go down. And now those 4 Jagdfaust, 6 Corollars, and shit ton of Contras, relics, and legendaries are lost forever in his inventory. Now Hangy actually had a partner named X Ultima, and X Ultima is actually a verified user, and that's because he was a Discord mod for the Krunker Bunker Discord for a long while actually, and he was a close accomplice to Biggie or Hangy, and he got caught for basically the same reason as him, for selling KR. Apparently X Ultimate also did market bot and do other things that broke the Krunker terms of service, and that is how he got pretty rich as well. And he told me that whenever he got locked, he lost a Coroller, 10 Frostlance, 10 Hollow Fades, 5 Rainbow Ops. He said that he tried to put a lot of it on his alt, but his alts were also tracked down and they also got locked, so there was no use. All those skins are basically gone now. And the next person we're going to be looking at is actually somebody who goes by the name of Buddy, and according to him, he got locked for a wrongful reason. He said that he bought a duped item on the market. I'm not sure if that means he accidentally duped or if he just bought an item that was duped. And he also stole KR from somebody's account because the account had a password of 13345. So it was not as big of a reason as everybody else who's been duping or market botting. Buddy did some very small things and got his account locked, which is very unfortunate because he actually had a Jagdfaust himself, also a Coroller, a Vanta Black, Scarlet, and a pretty extensive inventory with a lot of the Season 2 and Season 1 relics and contras, as you guys can see. Definitely the biggest losses here were the 2 unobtainables, and he has tried to appeal his lock, but apparently he's not getting unbanned because disabled accounts are unable to be appealed. But if he's telling the truth, then I do think he should get unbanned and all these skins should be retrieved. And now the last person we're going to be talking about who is unlocked with an expensive inventory is somebody who goes by the name of Shord, and I'm not sure if I'm saying that name right. I'm bad with foreign names, but this was the inventory that he got locked with, a Coroller and a Jagdfaust as well. Also Soretta and Egg Tamers, some very rare Easter skins, a bunch of contras and relics from Seasons 1 and 2. And Shord got locked for scripting. He was caught. That's pretty much how he has a good inventory, because he would get a lot of the snipes with his scripts and stuff. And he, like many others, did try to transfer all his items onto an alt account, but it's no use because I guess Krunker staff are pretty good at tracking down alts, and he got his alts locked as well. So it was definitely a big rip to a lot of the expensive and rare items in his inventory. And I know I said he was the last one, but we actually got an honorable mention here, and that is to Keemstar's inventory. And if you guys did not know, Keemstar actually played Krunker for a very short time because there was possibly going to be a deal with Keemstar, and he was going to host some tournaments in Krunker, but that deal fell out, and Keemstar's probably never played Krunker ever since. But the thing is, Sydney actually gave him a Frostbite whenever this was happening. So if you go into his inventory right now, he has a Frostbite, which I don't know if Sydney is planning on retrieving or not, but if he's not planning on retrieving it, then it is stuck in his inventory. He's probably not going to play Krunker ever again, so there's a very low chance that he'll actually get on to trade away this thing. And although his account is not locked, it's basically never going to get retrieved because he's never going to play the game again. So unless Sydney wants to retrieve it from him and gives it to another content creator, then there are technically only 19 Frostbites in circulation, opposed to the 21, which I know it says. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Those are all the locked accounts that I could find and go through to show you guys. I had to do a good bit of research in order for this video to happen, so if you guys enjoyed, definitely make sure to leave a like, and also leave me a comment of your thoughts and opinions on this matter. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, and if you guys are gonna buy KR in any corner shop, make sure to use code CAL to directly support me. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Cal, and I will see you guys next time.